On August 27th, President of Turkmenistan Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov was in the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan with the official visit. In the morning, the head of state came to the Turkmen capital's international airport. Our country's officials saw off the esteemed president from the Ashgabat International Airport. In a while, the esteemed president's airplane landed at the international airport named after Hamid Karzai in the capital city of Afghanistan, where the head of Turkmen state was met by the Afghani officials. Then the esteemed president came to the presidential complex of palaces of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan. After a warm greeting of the presidents of Turkmenistan and Afghanistan, the commander of the Guard of Honor reported to the head of Turkmen state in a solemn condition. The national anthems of two countries were played. Then the heads of two states came to the Delkusha Palace, in a small hall of which the leaders of two countries were photographed against the background of the state flags of Turkmenistan and the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan. The President of Afghanistan introduced members of his country's official delegation to the high guest. The President of Turkmenistan introduced members of the Turkmen delegation to his Afghani colleague. In the course of the meeting, which was held in the atmosphere of mutual understanding and trust, the presidents of Turkmenistan and the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan discussed the implementation progress of the earlier reached agreements, as well as the condition and prospects of Turkmen-Afghani cooperation that was equitable to the interests of both nations. Then the top-level Turkmen-Afghani negotiations were held in private in a small hall of meetings. Once again cordially welcoming esteemed President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov, the Afghani leader thanked his Turkmen colleague for accepting an invitation and coming to Afghanistan with a state visit. Afghanistan considers this visit as an important historical event. Noting that it was a great pleasure for him to receive the Turkmen leader in Afghanistan, President Mohammad Ashraf Ghani expressed his cordial appreciation to the President and the people of Turkmenistan for the regular help and strong support given to Afghanistan in its social and economic revival, as well as for Turkmen parties' important initiatives and projects carried out in various areas. In this connection, the head of neighboring country confirmed that the Afghani people highly appreciate the peaceful and constructive policy of neutral Turkmenistan. Turkmen state's neutral status was an important condition of stability, safety, and sustainable development in the region. Thanking for the cordial welcome, the esteemed president confirmed that Turkmenistan considers this visit as another important step in the way of bringing bilateral relations between the two countries to the new level of development. The leader of nations said that Turkmenistan attached a special significance to its cooperation with Afghanistan and noted that the interstate relations based on mutual understanding and respect, as well as consideration of the two nations' interests, continue to develop progressively. In this connection, esteemed President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov assured that Turkmenistan actively supports all efforts made to promote peace, security, and sustainable development in Afghanistan and speaks in favor of using peaceful and diplomatic instruments and negotiations to settle all issues arising in the neighboring country. Works in fuel and energy complex, in particular, the joint efforts in implementing the Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India gas pipeline project produce positive results. Speaking about cooperation in the transport and communication sector, the Turkmen leader set the example of Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Tajikistan railway. President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov mentioned the electric energy system as one of the priority areas of Turkmen-Afghani cooperation. Turkmenistan pays special attention to bilateral humanitarian relations. The Turkmen people have been supporting the Afghani people's unity and peaceful life. President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov assured that Turkmenistan would continue to give all possible support to the socio-economic and cultural development of Afghanistan. The head of Turkmen state took the opportunity to invite his Afghani colleague to our country for participation in the high-level international conference and festive actions to take place in December on the occasion of 20th anniversary of Turkmenistan's neutrality. During the meeting, the parties exchanged opinions on some issues of regional and international policy of mutual interest. Then the negotiations were carried on in an enlarged format. Once again, warmly welcoming esteemed President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov and members of our country's officials delegation, President Mohammad Ashraf Ghani assured that he attached special significance to traditional friendship and good neighborly relations between Afghanistan and Turkmenistan. Our countries successfully cooperate in various areas. According to the Afghani leader, horsemen were used for the first time to welcome the High Turkmen guest. This became a symbol of special respect to President of Turkmenistan Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov and Turkmenistan, which is the home of world-known Akhalteki racers. During the negotiations in private, President Mohammad Ashraf Ghani said, "A whole range of the issues of the interstate partnership which are equitable to interests of Turkmen and Afghani peoples who are connected with the old bonds of friendship and generalities in spiritual and cultural traditions has been discussed, confirming invariable adherence of Afghanistan to the course of wide-ranging cooperation with our country." The head of neighboring state gave the floor to the Turkmen leader. Once again, thanking his Afghani colleague for the invitation to Afghanistan, the shown hospitality and created excellent conditions for fruitful work, the esteemed president stressed the importance of a meeting in a context of further development of relations between the two brotherly and friendly countries. Speaking about special attention given to systematic expansion of interstate dialogue in all areas, including political, trade, economic, cultural, and humanitarian, President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov emphasized that today effective Turkmen-Afghani cooperation is of great importance in the region, in many respects promoting maintenance of peace, long-term sustainable development and security. Relations between Turkmenistan and Afghanistan are based on the strong foundation of friendship, mutual understanding and support, which is a basic condition for confident progress, working out of joint long-term development plans, the President of Turkmenistan said. Our country highly appreciates this cooperation and will make its best efforts to strengthen them and fill with a new meaning equitable to fundamental interests of the two fraternal nations. As the esteemed president noted, one of the most important items on the agenda of mutual relations was regional security. In this connection, the Turkmen leader underlined the intention of both countries to assist the United Nations and other international and regional organizations in this area, as well as to promote in every possible way the creation of mechanisms intended to work out the relevant political and diplomatic methods. The large-scale infrastructural projects are to be carried out with the participation of the Afghani party. This is an important condition for maintaining political stability in Afghanistan, socio-economic revival of the country, and its successful integration into a regional and world economic system. In this aspect, special significance is attached to building of the Turkmenistan-Afghanistan-Pakistan-India gas pipeline. Another large-scale project that would connect in the future the neighboring countries was the Turkmenistan-Afghanistan-Tajikistan Railway, which commissioning would give a new powerful impulse to the economic growth of participating countries and the whole Central Asian region. One of the major aspects of support given to the Afghani people was rendering humanitarian aid, training of highly qualified national specialists for various sectors. Thereupon, Turkmenistan will continue to render help to Afghanistan by constructing social purpose buildings. One of priority areas of Turkmen-Afghani relations is the trade and economic partnership. In 2014, trade turnover between two countries made up more than $1 billion. Thus, Afghanistan is one of the 7th place in foreign trade turnover rating of Turkmenistan, the Turkmen leader noted, expressing his confidence in the presence of great prospects for further progress. The development of humanitarian relations was of special significance in cooperation between the two countries. Maintenance of peace, stability, and sustainable development in Central Asia and on global scale are the general strategic targets of Turkmenistan and Afghanistan in the international arena. To achieve these goals, the two countries actively cooperate within the framework of the United Nations, the non-aligned movement, the Islamic Cooperation Organization, and the Economic Cooperation Organization. In this connection, the Turkmen leader noted coincidence of the parties' views on such basic issues of the world policy as energy safety and transport cooperation, expressing sincere gratitude to President Mohammad Ashraf Ghani and all members of the Afghani delegation. For the productive negotiations, the head of Turkmen state addressed his wish for peace and well-being to the people of Afghanistan. Then the signing ceremony took place, during which documents were signed intended to strengthen the contractual legal framework of Turkmen-Afghani relations. Then, to applause of all participants in the ceremony, President of Turkmenistan Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov and President of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan Mohammad Ashraf Ghani signed the joint statement. After the document signing ceremony, the presidents of two countries addressed mass media